So last night, we talked about it, and I thought we were just talking garbage, but you said, I'm sleeping in the van, and you did it. So how was it?
It was actually pretty comfy. I went to bed at 9 o'clock. I woke up at, I didn't know what time it was because I didn't have any kind of clock in the car. So I got up, I had to pee, and as soon as I kind of got up from under the covers, it was super cold in the van. So I got a chill right away, and I was like, it's got to be like 5:30. That's good enough. Got back to the hotel room, saw that it was like 1:30, 1:45. I was not going to go back to the van. So, and that I got into bed in the hotel room. I'm going to say that I slept there long enough. I slept one night in the van, and John's next.
I know.
Before heading down Route 1 for the day.
Good, thanks, great.
There were 2 stops we wanted to make in Holton, Maine. One was the Boy in the Boot statue in Pierce Park. There are 29 known Boy in the Boot statues around the world, but unfortunately, the sculptor and the origins are a mystery. The second stop was a little off of Route 1, but definitely worth a visit. Welcome to the 7 Wonders of God Warriors. Built by Jerry Cardone, this 7-acre lot is adorned with visionary art created by Jerry himself. You see, Jerry was just an average guy when he moved here in 1984. But 10 years later, Jerry died and went through a tunnel of light and met God, who ordered Jerry back to Earth to start creating his art. Unfortunately, Jerry was not around or possibly willing to talk to us. But he likes when people stop by to take pictures of his art. But please, be respectful and do not trespass onto his property.
People might laugh and people might mock a guy like this. But this is what he's into. This is how he expresses himself. This is his art. I mean, it might not be Van Gogh. It might not be the best movie you ever saw. But these are bits and pieces of what this guy's about. He's throwing it out on his yard. You know, you got to give a guy like that credit. I mean, it's pretty powerful. Kind of might come off as silly, but it's kind of powerful stuff. Is there anything on this trip that you are really looking forward to seeing?
I was really looking forward to seeing Maine. I love the state of Maine. I've always wanted to see northern Maine. So that's the part I was looking most forward to, was to see all of Maine. See a different part of Maine that I've never seen before.
What do you think is going to be the biggest surprise?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it's all been kind of surprising so far. I mean, I think people, when I told them about the documentary, was like, well, what? Why? What are you gonna see?
Good question.
And I think, you know what? I think the whole point is just to get out there and get on a road and just see what happens, you know?
The thing I like about this, it makes you realize that your whole life is ahead of you. Oh, God!
But what we spotted in the road ahead surprised even us.
Hey, man. A couple nights, you know? That's awesome. Oh, dude, there's a f***ing mood. Yeah, I got it. Don't go too fast. People might come at us.
John and I tried to catch up to the moose, but it was gone.
Wow. All right, that's cool. Well, see one, you see a lot, right?
We spotted our first moose. Pretty far away. It looked like a person at first. And Conrad hit the gas. We tried to catch up, but it took off. I don't know how a humongous thing like that can run so fast, but it did. Well, hopefully we'll catch one. Or hopefully it won't catch us.
Hopefully we won't hit one.
Yeah.
Passing through small towns like Orient and Danforth, John and I started to see changes in the landscape.
One thing that this trip is lacking is just the views, the vistas, the parts of nature that you just don't see anywhere else. That's the one thing we can't seem to pick up on anywhere. Nothing worth looking at yet.
Further down the road, we decided to stop for lunch in Calais, Maine.
And I'm Bill, Grampie Bills place. And I got my partner coming right here.
Oh, yes? Oh, fantastic.
The head of the mill up here in the computer room. 36 years ago, he hired my wife in the mill up there, and he always wanted a little job here.
What's your name, sir?
Dayton Danan.
Dayton
Danan.
Danan? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And you guys are co-owners here?
We're buddies.
Buddies, gotcha.
Yeah. He never stops talking. He talks all day long. He talks all. Everybody comes in. He drives his
You know
crazy.
one thing we can brag about?
What's
Nobody can beat us in tennis. Maybe the Williams sisters might have a chance against us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we can beat about
You're
anything.
pretty
We
good.
beat up a lot
Look
of
at the
Canadians.
size of me.
You don't mess around.
No, and he wears a skirt.
Yeah.
That's a doughboy.
Doughboys.
That's one of Calais, Maine finest.
That looks amazing.
Is that a local kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a 12 o'clock noon solve world problems place right here.
Yeah!
We solve a lot of world problems.
I hear.
We're on a border town. A lot of border patrol, my next door neighbor is and all that. We do have an illegal alien in.
Working here?
They called her, not working here, living with him. They call her Duct Tape Annie. Tell him, Larry, tell him.
That's Dayton's blow-up doll. He comes down to Martin, but these big rolls of duct tape. He's been patching her up now for years.
Put that on about his doll.
I will.
I want to see it. You'll have a video of it. See him?
From Calais, Maine, Route 1 starts its coastal route along the southwestern edge of the Bay of Fundy. Now, I can say I've been in the Bay of Fundy. Further down Route 1, we came to Perry, Maine. In a small rest area sits an old slab of pink granite dedicated to Perry's claim to fame. Quote, "This stone marks latitude 45 degrees north, halfway from the equator to the pole." And comes complete with a gift shop.
My name's Phil Pasquarella, 45th parallel of Perry, Maine.
And is there a theme to your merchandise?
No, there's not. We just try to make it as fun as possible for everybody. That's the whole idea. We want people to come in and just have fun and look around and have fun.
Are you revamping a VW bus?
I am. That's why I came up, because I heard the VW pull up. I thought, oh, man.
Okay.
Distinctive sound.
They're fun, aren't they?
Oh, great.
There you go.
It's a blast.
There you go.
From Perry, Maine, we drove down Route 1 to East Machias to stop for the night.